Welcome to another exciting episode of Brothers and Friends, Outlast in the Jungle edition.
Ooh, arr.
Welcome, brothers. Happy to be back. Episode 5, Staying Afloat. Are we ready for this recap? Everybody watched? We're good? We're ready?
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into it. So episode 5 starts off where episode 4 left off with Leah at Alpha Camp. And she has made her offer of jumping camp and joining their team. And they're just weighing the options of picking Leah up and the benefits of getting that kayak. The girls on that team want to discuss, while Ben makes it known pretty immediately that he wants to keep the team the same, and he does not have to. So he doesn't want to split the prize money. So like it's kind of vetoed by Ben, like right off the bat, and it doesn't go over well. You can already see the division between Ben and the rest of the girls on Alpha Camp. We also find out that Bravo Camp is hungry. With no hunting bow, their options are limited on food. And we see Marshall and Pharaoh out in the water trying to find food. When there is a new parachute drop. The parachute came with a rope, a saw, and a note. And the note said, "Teams, the tides are changing. The next drop will change the game drastically. A water vessel may be your only option to retrieve a white buoy, which equals a way to earn a supply, or a red buoy, which is a way to eliminate. How will you stay afloat in this game?" So Nikki on Alpha comes to realize that they have missed a key opportunity in not taking Leah, as she has offered the kayak, which would have been needed for this challenge. That would have really helped them out. But, Ben shut that down. So Ben, when discussing like who should go out to swim out to the buoys, Ben immediately thinks it's a lost cause because Charlie has a boat. And he tells the team that like he's gonna go out there, but he's just gonna paddleboard out and kick. So let me ask you guys, do we think this was a good idea on Ben's part to even go out there? Like to me, it seemed like his heart really wasn't in it. And he already came in with a defeatist attitude, like we don't have a boat, so it's kind of what is the point? So. What do we think, one, that it was a good idea for Ben to volunteer, and two, do we think it was a bad idea for the team to let Ben go out there, because Ben actually let the team know like his heart wasn't in it? So why didn't they stop him from going out there then? What do we think?
I mean, I feel like it's been the team's dynamics. Like Ben kind of says what's going to happen, and the team just like kind of okays it and doesn't really put up a fight. So like I don't think he should have done it, but at the same time, this is how it works. Just like he just vetoed the boat automatically, like they didn't give a fight for that. It's like they outweighed his opinion, but they let him do what he wanted to do anyway.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think it's the Ben factor. Yet once again, him and Wes kind of got this thing where they can kind of say something and nobody seems to like just give a pushback, at least, or enough pushback to like actually change anything. Everybody ends up going on with what they're saying. But to your first point, even if he didn't, he saw the outcome like, look, this is kind of a faulty waste of effort or whatever, to even try. He should have let somebody else, get out there that really wanted to try it for the team and not just, be on a lazy river tour like he would.
Yeah, he was very relaxed for a competition. I thought I was just very confused as to why he volunteered. But along with Ben, Hallie volunteers as well, because she needs to prove herself. She is, I guess not. I mean, she's really like proven herself amongst the team or whatever, but somebody needs to step up and do it. And so she volunteers. And so we have Ben and Hallie, and then Charlie is who went out for Charlie? Charlie is going for red with the kayaks and no oars. And Wes says that he's been reserving his energy for this big shebang, and this is it, right? So like Wes has now discovered that this is now the competition that he has been saving all of his energy by doing literally nothing but bossing these little white boys around. To now he's going to muster to try to win this thing. And Brett plans to sleep in the kayak to make sure that it doesn't get stolen. So that's Charlie's plan as they devise and get ready for this competition. And Bravo is also decided that they're going to go for the red buoy, which is for elimination. And Abby decides to build a Filipino fisherman's raft. Now, we have a certified Filipino member on our podcast. So we have to ask, Chris, what did you think of this Filipino fisherman's raft?
I thought that was I thought it was a dope call out, and I do remember seeing those types of rafts out in the sea when I was back in the Philippines. So I thought it was a huge call out, and so it got me questioning whether Abby is part Filipino or whatever. So that was a cool shit.
Okay, all right. Now, do you like appreciate the engineering of the raft? Do you think it held to the standards of the Filipino community?
It did. I was surprised that they weren't able to get closer to the red buoy, given their construction, because they really did a pretty damn good job constructing it. Primitive methods. So I was surprised.
All right, so we have the Filipino approval. 2 thumbs up for the fisherman's raft. So we move on to day 25. It's the next day. The buoys are dropped 1.5 kilometers from shore. 2 buoys are dropped, a red one and a white one. And the red one holds the elimination package, and the team who claims it can remove a player from any team. And that player will have 24 hours to find a new camp or flare out. The white buoy holds a supply package, the ability to strip a camp of the original supply they started with. So it kind of just starts. It's the competitions, I will note, on this show are very weird because like there's no host, there's no start, it's just like when they get dropped, if you're paying attention, you better get in the water and go. But if like you're taking a nap when one of these buoys gets dropped to the water, like your whole team might lose. I don't know. I thought that was weird, but I feel like there should be some kind of air horn or something to announce like the beginning of a challenge, but I don't know. Side tangent. Anyway, Charlie and Bravo, they head straight for the red buoy, right? Alpha alone goes for the white. Hallie is making an effort while Ben is just kind of waiting in the water. Then Charlie kind of blows past Bravo on the way to the red, and they get it immediately, and they move on to the white buoy. Like, it was so quick that the competition was just not even there. So Hallie and her bamboo raft are getting pounded by the waves, and Charlie secures the white buoy. But Hallie was making an effort. She was really trying, but it couldn't hold up. So the supply removal note, it said, the note that came with the supply removal said, hand this note to any team, and they must hand over all their supply, either ferro rods or bow and arrow. And the elimination note said, hand this to a player. They are now removed from their team and can never rejoin. So like it gives Charlie this power that now they have to go to these different camps and take their supply or eliminate a team. So like they're juiced off of this, obviously, because they have now won this competition with literally no one attempting to beat them. So do we think Charlie is in a pretty good position at this point, like without knowing like who they're eliminating or who or what supply they're going to take? Do we think that they're in a good position at this point to win the game?
Yeah, I think it's a good position. Depending on how they use the powers, like it'd be crazy if they mess around and use like two, like get a 2-for-1, like use them both on one team and just like totally like just Spanish one team, so we only got to worry about one team. So yeah, I think they got some thinking to do.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Fred. I think Team Cedar is in control right now, and they're showing that they are in control. And then as far as Ben, I wanted to say it earlier. As far as Ben, just kind of waddling in the water, I think he just wanted to go for a swimming. I think he just wanted to go for a swim. He didn't really care. He wanted to cool off in the water. He didn't care about this, right? I go because I kind of want to go swimming. That's all he cared about.
I mean, in the end, he was right though. Like it was pointless going against,
I mean, nobody took a chance. Yeah, it was like.
Well, what did they do as a rad? Like they just had they both had two.
She just like she
palm
just
trees,
had like a
yeah,
log.
just hugging
It
them.
almost looked like
Like
a
both
log.
of them,
Yeah.
like they didn't even construct nothing doable.
Yeah,
Right.
it was. Yeah.
That's what I said. The competition on this particular season is like, okay, nobody can make a fire outside of having a fire starter or anything. You know what I mean? It was like, so the competition was like, even the group that was supposed to be the hunters, I thought they could have did a little bit more to, even with the food thing, they could have been doing more trades, I think, during the game too. So I think even with this competition, it was like, Charlie did what they were supposed to. They had the boat or whatever, and they still almost lost. They gave them a chance too because they were steering off course and everything like that. But I think Ben's team kind of gave them a run for their money with the girl that almost made it, but she just kind of got gassed out versus the boat.
Have y'all noticed that? My bad, real quick. Have y'all noticed that the weapons team, like the alpha team, you never see like weapons or anything like that.
Weapons.
Yeah, I'm like you never see them use a weapon. Like, what was the point you going to that group? You're not even using the weapons. Like, ever.
But what animal would they shoot a bow and arrow?
I would assume. Like, well, the first day, Ben said he had caught a boar or something like that.
Seagull.
So they caught something a seagull. Yeah, seagull. So I'm like, you caught something, like show me that. Like, show me I've never seen them ever use them. I don't even know what weapons they had. Like, what weapons did y'all have? Like,
Right.
They had a bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow, at least, yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, man, a bow and arrow.
But they don't show them at least walking out and not finding them.
Yeah, like not this. Yeah,
And
you're right.
that was my whole point when they were talking about all of the trades in the past. I'm like, instead of just going up asking for fire, hunt some animals and trade some food for fire. You know what I mean? If you're supposed to be the hunting group, you can always hunt again and get more food.
Well, they tried that. No. They tried that the first episode.
Yeah.
They tried it the first episode.
They ran into an issue of the amount of animals that they're able to hunt. That's why Ben was out there with a spear and broke it in the water because they just don't have. There's not enough food to hunt with a bow and arrow, and they're just not that good with it. I don't think I hadn't seen anybody really exercise great hunting skills. I feel like even Ben was kind of flimsy with it. I don't think he nailed it
Right.
first time out.
Yeah.
So.
I just don't understand why they went to the hunting and nobody's really good at hunting.
Because everybody on this show lied on their resume. That's what I'm coming to find out.
Except for Wes, his guy called him for this.
Right.
So, anyway, Charlie decides to go for Bravo's ferro rods, thinking that the team hasn't really had to use their primitive survival methods. So the hope is that they'll fail and flare out. So Charlie discusses who they should eliminate, and the guys think that Abby and Marshall. Or the betas, the Wesson, Wesson, oh no, Wes is the alpha. So you have, what's the two guys? Wes, no, why do I keep thinking Wes? What's his name? Brent and Braxton, yes. They're kind of locked in and they're talking about, well, maybe we should get Abby and Marshall out. But then Wes suggests Ben, and then that's the end of that discussion. So Wes believes that Ben has established himself on the team as the leader, and taking Ben out will leave the girls vulnerable, especially on a one male, mostly female team. He's just assuming once he gets Ben out, Alpha's just gonna fall apart. I think if I was in this game, I think I would probably hold that same assumption, right? Like,
From what they've shown so far, I would have gathered the same thing too. It was like Ben was like their heart and soul. He was the negotiator. He was the one that they always chose for the competition. So those girls kind of really didn't, haven't been seen to show a lot. So I would have gathered the same assumption.
Yeah, because that's all they see. They don't see what we're seeing, and know that the girls want him off.
Right.
They just see it.
yeah. So, Bravo team starts to notice like Marshall isn't right. It's weird how we come across these players in the game who eventually decide to flare out, right? So we come to this point where we know that Charlie has to make a decision, and they're going to eliminate one person, and they're going to take the supplies from another. But before we can even get to that part, we got Hallie on the Alpha team. She's starting to struggle because she's 20, extremely skinny, and her body is shutting down, and she misses home, and she's hungry because they're not really eating over there on Alpha. And Bravo starts to notice that Marshall isn't right, and like his will for kind of staying is kind of waning, and he's saying goodnight to his kids in the middle of the night before he go to sleep, even though they're not there. So like you can just tell like things are going bad. They're going bad really fast for these two. And, Hallie decides to flare out, and she goes home. And for some reason, Ben is fine with seeing her go and splitting the money 3 ways. He has, like, no issues with seeing her leave at all. And Marshall on Bravo is kind of inspired by Hallie's flare out, and decides that he misses his kids and family too, and he wants to flare. And as the sound flares spreads across the game board, teams are now encouraged that people are starting to crack, and Charlie decides that everyone is scared of what they're about to do, and that is why people are flaring out. Do we think that we, as viewers, we see the struggles of what's going on? Do we think that Charlie's impending power wield is influencing some players to just want to leave, or do we think Charlie's just on one?
Yeah, no, I agree with that statement. Like we all said, like Charlie's in control. So if I'm a contestant and I'm on the fringe, I'm like, yeah, I'm out. Like it ain't no. It's kind of like we going down 3-0 in a series of 7. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no coming back from this. So yeah, I'm tapping out.
I'm like, yeah. I agree that Charlie would think that because of their personality of their team. As far as the everybody flaring out like for no reason, this is when I was like, this is a little bit of TV magic right here, man. I'm like, it wasn't believable for me. I'm like, all of a sudden at a crucial part of the game, this is like the biggest shift that the series kind of needed to be like, dun-dun-dun, like, okay, so you playing. I'm sorry, and maybe this is me not being empathetic or whatever, but it's like, okay, I would have thought if you were talking about going to the jungle or something like that or whatever, you knew that you were going to be away from your family. So to be like, I'm missing my family, like you're away at war or something. Like, nah, dude, like you signed up for this voluntarily and now you cracking. It's like, I get it if you hungry, but be like, yeah, I miss my kids. You know what I mean? Nah.
But I think it's all of that. I think once you're hungry, like your train of thought isn't focused on like, yeah, like I'm hungry, and like I wouldn't be hungry if I was with my family, and you know what, I miss them too. Like it's all kind of tied in, so it's like I miss food and family.
And you're losing, like you losing, and you're on the losing team.
But
Yeah.
but to me, I guess what pisses me off is their speeches. I'm gonna sacrifice for the team so that the team wins $1 million. No, no. What are you doing? Like that doesn't guarantee. They don't come back and pay you because you sacrificed yourself. Like that's dumb. It didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, I think the antics of Marshall at night, saying goodnight to all his family members that wasn't there, I think made it worse. He's like, it's like set back in the dark, and you just see like a shadow of the teepee they under. Good night, Billy. Good night, Trina. I love you so much. I can't wait to kiss you.
So dramatic.
Like that part, like
Y'all don't say goodnight to y'all kids when y'all miss them?
I mean, not out loud in the middle of a jungle when I'm supposed to be competing.
On a competition that I signed up for.
That's a very specific situation.
I can see his kids.
And I mean, if he was doing it every night from the beginning, it would be different. But just to do it all of a sudden, 25 days in.
Come on now. Yeah,
I understand though. Like, I understand that, like a person can say that they want to be on the show, and then 25 days later, reality sets in. Like, I miss my dang family. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I get it. If I want to be on the show, I want to be on the show. Like, I think I can handle it. But like, you never know what you can handle it when you in the situation. So like, I understand. Like, I can't do this anymore. And like Chris said, like, you want a losing team, and you kind of see like a downfall. Where I'm like, the C1, the last challenge where they got the raft, and then they went ahead and beat 2 again. So at this point, I'm like, I don't see a point of me staying anymore. And like, again, you piggyback on you missed your family. Like, I understand. Like, I understood it at all.
I understand everything, but
everything. Yeah,
I understand everything.
Like the part where he named them. Yeah, I just
like naming them is silly, but
like I understand missing them and wanting to be off the show. Like, cool, but like, don't be all dramatic the night before you flare out.
See, my thing is, okay, I understand everything but the missing the family part. You know what I mean? I can see you can't take it. You thought the jungle was gonna be easier. Look, I'm sleeping on these rocks. So you
wouldn't miss your family if you was away for 25 days?
I signed up for this, so it's
right.
Like you know.
But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, reality can still hit. You can think you can do something, but when you're in a situation, it's like, I can't do this.
Because you think about it though, like, you've been here for 25 days, you are extremely hungry, and you just staying here doesn't guarantee that you're going to win.
Right, you don't know if you're going to win or not. So you
can still lose, be hungry, and miss your family. So it just starts to pile up. It's like, I'd rather just eliminate one of these.
Let me respond to that. Okay, my thing is, if I was that dude's kids, I would be like this. Well, why did you go? Like, Dad, you could have stayed. Like literally, like, if you dad, why did you have the speech to me saying, "Hey, Daddy's gonna be gone for a while" and everything like that, right? If reality is gonna say, if you just gonna get out there and flake out. So not only did I not have my father for 25 days. But I got to
sound like an ungrateful brat. I'm just gonna tell you, you're an ungrateful brat.
And you quit. You came back with no money.
Like, first of all, little kid, shut your little ass up. You ain't been nowhere. You ain't done shit. You been sitting at the house, ain't did nothing. You can't talk to me about nothing. I'll slap you in the face right now.
I know.
You got me messed up. I've been starving for 25 days, and I'm gonna come home and you questioning me?
I'm gonna be like,
you questioning me, you little bastard?
Yes. I don't believe you anymore. You're a quitter. You ain't gonna do nothing to me. You ain't doing nothing to Wes. You ain't doing nothing to Ben. Look,
I guess I agree with Gary partly, but not fully. I think what's his name? What's the guy name we talking about?
Marshall.
Yeah. So I think if Marshall was displaying other signs before he just went straight to, like, I miss my family, it might have been easier to take. So if he would have, like, man, like, we ain't eating, man, like, I'm hot, I'm tired of doing all these competitions, and then I miss my family on top of it, it might have been easier to digest. So I understand.
Or don't even say to miss your family. I think everybody on the show missing their family. You voluntarily signed up for it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so we'll move on, but like, yeah. I get wanting to flare out. I mean, it's a game, and if you don't need the money, then also, like, what am I doing this for, right? So Charlie is sitting down. So Charlie is sitting at camp talking about who they're gonna hand these elimination and supply notes to. And Wes is telling them that telling them exactly what the plan is gonna be, and he's telling them that we're gonna go to Bravo, we're gonna take their supply, and I'm gonna hand them the note because I don't care, it's whatever. But but then they'll go to Alpha, and Leah will present the note. And they want to make it impossible for her to join another team when Charlie decides to vote her out. So they have already decided that they're going to get rid of Leah, but they want her to be the one to pass the note, just so that it'll burn some bridges or whatever when they have to eliminate Ben. One, they don't know that Alpha is already tired of Ben, and two, they don't know that Leah has already ingratiated herself with Alpha. So her handing the note isn't really going to change anything for her. But I mean, I thought it was kind of a shady move, but I also understand the move and the guys kind of setting Leah up. She obviously realizes this, and she's like, I don't want any parts of this. But what I found interesting about this was that when they're telling Leah that she has to hand over the note and she doesn't want to, Braxton, I think, is the one that tells her and you need to smile. You can't go over here with this sad face on. You have to smile and give this impression that you're happy to do this. And it's was anyone else kind of struck by this this dynamic of a man telling a woman that she not only has to do something she doesn't want to do, but now she has to smile about it?
Doing it.
Yeah,
I don't think it was a man-woman thing, but I do think it was. He knows how she was going to do it, so they were playing the game like a strategic game with her. And by making her do it, it's the reason why they wanted to make her do it, because they've already said that she's been alienating herself kind of from the group, from the Charlie group or whatever. She's a little bit of a loner. Also, in different votes and stuff like that or whatever, she was always the one, it's when she spoke up, it was always awkward or something like that. And they were like, okay, so I mean, let's see where you at. So let's test your loyalties. Okay, so you part of Charlie, right? If you part of Charlie, go ahead and hand this note over, right? Why do you have a problem? You know what I mean? Do you have a problem? It's one of those. It's like a corporate tactic for real. It's oh, okay, let's see what you do. Because now if you hesitate, you showing your cards okay, which they already know. But to me, this is where Charlie Camp kind of upsets me, because they're not the brightest thinkers. So.
I don't know. We all know that, I don't like Leah. But I feel again, this is Leah making a mistake again.
Yep.
I feel when after they won both things, everybody celebrating, yeah, we did it. And you over there just me mug, you don't want to be here. I'm you gotta fake it till you make it. You better act like you're part of this team. Then if you want to be kicked off, I understand you got plans on leaving, but right now you don't know what's going on. You just need to just play along. You got to just play along, because I'm not. I don't agree with him telling her you got to do it with a smile. But it do look weird when you got everybody but you celebrating and you're not part of the team.
But see, here's the thing. Does it matter what it looks like at this point? Because we know Leah has no intentions on staying on this team, and the team has no intentions on keeping Leah. So at this point, it makes no sense, in my opinion, for it to be a factor of you need to smile while you're doing it. That's why I say it's a more of a dominance thing, because you've already decided this person is not going to stay on your team. So regardless of how they act in this transaction, you're going to eliminate them. This isn't a loyalty test, because you've already decided. You decided you're getting rid of her. Because that's what he said. Because he said we want to make sure that she has no place to go when we eliminate her. This isn't a loyalty test.
I understand that. I understand that, what they're doing. It is being dominance. But I I agree because I feel like if you got a team and like the perception is what we perceiving is Braxton is saying like, or Brett is saying like, hey, we want to show up, we want to go around, make sure that we know that we're a team here, we're dominant. If you're going around, you got one person who don't really feel like they want to be there, you're not giving off that impression anymore. So,
but then so why would you choose that person to be the person to be the face for this interaction then? It don't make no sense. Like if you have this person on your team who don't want to be there and you feel like they're giving off bad energy, why the fuck are you taking her with you then? Leave her at the camp.
You shouldn't have. She should have stayed at the camp. But at the same time, you don't trust her. So now, like, I gotta take you with me because we also don't trust you either.
Okay, fine, take her. But why she gotta interact then? Like it's all a setup to dominate her.
I don't think he was trying to say like this. You need to smile while you're interacting. You need to smile when you go into both camps.
No, that's what he said. He said you need to smile when you're giving the note.
I think too what it is it exposes her cards. Basically, it goes because she and I agree with Josh. I'm like she didn't play it the right way. Even if you plan on and you know that people is plotting against you and everything like that, at least you gotta at this point you gotta play the game until you make your move. You know what I mean?
You gotta keep playing.
Now you're making it obvious.
You're making it so obvious that you don't want to be there.
But what
you gotta play the game.
I'm confused as to like why y'all saying she played it wrong.
So let me put out a scenario. So let's just say they let her do it whatever way she wanted to do it. They could have sat back if they were smart. That's why I hate Charlie team at this point of the show because I'm like they just not bright. I would have let her do it whichever way she wanted to and just sat back and watch because if she goes over there and she apparently she don't have a poker face because she can't even fool her own team that she wants to be there. It's like this: if you go over there and you nice bomb it, you can manipulate the situation too and be like, hey, I really don't want to do this, but I mean it was a consensus. Now you're saying it wasn't me, but it was them that voted you off. You get what I'm saying? You can kind of manipulate the narrative on this point. That could be a sale for you to go to another team. And if, like you said, their point is for her not to go to another team, it's like, nah, you need to say it and you need to say it this way.
I feel like if you really want to get kicked off a team really fast, the best way to do that is to blame somebody else for what you're about to do. Like, this isn't me, it's my other teammates that are about to vote you off here, but here's your note. Like, yeah.
And Gary, like, to play on the other end, she could go in smiling and handbending the note while she winking at the girls, like, because she know that he was the main reason why she didn't, like...
This is why I said I'm almost on both sides. Like I hate Charlie team right now because I'm like, oh my god, I would have played this so much different because y'all it's almost like right now they have so much power that they're almost cocky.
I know. Again, we probably cut this all out, but I want to know how would you played it? Because I felt like everything that Charlie like if I was on because I don't want to say if I was on Charlie team like. I understand like how they're playing the game, and I feel like right now they're playing it like strategically, so that way, like, if we don't want her to join other teams, we're gonna make sure we set her up so that she can't join the other teams.
Yeah, I
we need her. Right, I understand. Like, I agree with how they're doing it because like they're doing it to be strategic. They're at this point right now playing very strategically because by letting her do it, by letting her try to take the blame for everything because. When we do vote her off, we can't have her join another team because the benefit of voting her off is probably going to be she can't join another team. So it's like we need to make sure that nobody wants her at this point. So like I understand and I agree with what they're doing and how they're doing it. Like again, it's probably rude as shit and telling her like she need to smile, but I'm like you can't go over there like oh here you go you can take this.
I think they
like you gotta be like.
I think they would have said that if it was a
guy.
Yeah,
if it was a guy who didn't want to do it. If it was a guy who didn't want to do it, I feel like it would have been the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, if it was like a guy that
I don't feel like it was a
absolutely.
I think they might not have said those words. You need to smile, but they would have been like, you need to look like
you want to be here.
Do this. Yeah.
You want to do this. You can't be
a basketball guy on the team that was kind of like had the same personality as Leah, who didn't do nothing and was standoffish. And they were trying to get rid of him. I think they would have been like, "Hey, you need to act like you want to give him this." They might not have said you need.
I would agree with that.
They would have gave.
But see, here's the thing: it's like I feel like Leah already gets a bad rap because is she standoffish or is she just surrounded by like three assholes? Right? Like it's not like her situation. Like
in in the previous episode, she said that she said like I'm not a social person. So I'm
Right.
like,
No. Being social is very different than being standoffish. It's very different. But what I mean by that is I'm not a social person either. Like, and I can be perceived as standoffish.
Right.
But if you are being an asshole to me, I'm going to be more standoffish to you because I don't want to be involved with you. So there's a difference because like I don't have a desire, but like if y'all are cool, then I may be less standoffish or I may appear to be a little more cool if you're cool. But like if y'all are giving vibes like you don't want her here to begin with and y'all are attacking everything, and when she expresses how she feels, y'all make it a joke, and they haven't made it comfortable for her in any way, shape, or form to really kind of be good on this team. And like, or make her feel like she's a part of this team. And they're like actively plotting and working against her. And we're going to move on from this just because we still have points of the show to move on to. But let me finish what I got to say, and then I'll let you finish. But I think we do have to allow the dynamic. We have to acknowledge the fact that we are dealing with a team that has a lot of masculine energy, and one that is, we have Wes and two other men who are feeding off of Wes, and then you have a woman by herself who is quote unquote standoffish, and they have outwardly made fun of her when she has tried to express her feelings. And so she has no safe space within this team. And so I just want to paint that dynamic in a real way. Like that's the situation. It's not like, oh, she's standoffish or she's just not cool with the other guys. Like that's not reality of what happened.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna agree with everything that you just said, and the fact that you recognize that is good. I just don't think that she does, because if you're in a position right now and you're on this team, you got to remember, it's not like they're attacking her. She's right now on their team. They hold the cards. They are the majority. She's on a masculine team. So in order to survive, just like you come to the jungle, you can't expect the jungle to acquiesce to your whim because you're a mere human. No, it's like you're in the jungle. You are the minority on the team.
Wait a minute.
I let you talk.
But see, I know, but I just want you to compare it to actual people, not like nature things. You cannot compare how people treat other people versus nature in a jungle.
This is not a care group.
That's two different things.
These are people in the jungle playing for $1 million, and you are with, because if you're on my team, like I said, alpha male type team, and you're around alpha males. You can't put yourself in the middle of a prison and then tell everybody to play nice and be fair. No. You got to recognize where you are. You got to recognize, and that's what I think me and Josh are saying is, okay, if you recognize this is an unsafe environment for you and you know you need to move.
All right. Charlie Camp, Brett, Wes, and Leah, they come over to Bravo to get the Pharaoh rods. Brett picked up some sadness from Pharaoh to think that this move is bringing out some sadness or tears in Pharaoh. And he gave this witty statement. I had to write it down just because, you know, how I feel about Brett. He said, he thinks he's hot snot on a silver platter, but all he is a cold booger on a paper plate. Talking about Pharaoh. And yeah, so that now we all know Pharaoh as like this black dude, quiet, chill, doesn't want to kill reptiles. So I don't know if we would consider him to be the type that thinks he's hot snot on a silver platter, but I definitely feel like Brett is really gassed up off of just being on the same team with Wes. Like he really thinks he is big shit just by being on a team with Wes.
Yeah, he's feeling himself right now. I agree with that.
Like I hate like he's the worst. Like on Charlie.
I don't.
He's the worst. I don't like him. Like I like Wes over him. Just because he talks a lot of shit and he like.
I like Wes. I like Wes out of everybody on C. Like Wes is an asshole.
But it's really truthful.
Yeah, like and Brett and like even Braxton. Braxton is an asshole too. Like, I don't like Braxton either. So like, yeah, I don't like the two white guys in the team.
So Charlie heads over to Alpha after they get their ferro rods, and Leah hands the note to Ben. Ben reads the note and finds out that, he has to leave the camp and he has 24 hours to find a new camp. He tries to get Charlie or starts to make like weird jokes and tries to like joke like, oh, I guess I would try for you, Charlie, but since you're giving me the note, you probably don't want me. Ha ha ha. And Charlie definitely makes note that this interaction was super awkward.
They could have played it strategic, got Ben off of Alpha and then accepted him into Charlie and then told Leah to hit the bricks. They could have played it that way.
I kind of would have went that way too because he's one of the alphas, but it would have put. See, I gotta learn these names. Yeah. No, I wouldn't say Wes. It would have put one of the two guys that Braxton or Brett. Yeah, because remember the one thing that everybody got right is that they are posers. They are like acting tough because they are with the tough, whereas. Like I think Ben and Wes would have conspired. Ben and Wes would have done what the other two should have done in the very beginning of the game. I think that.
I completely disagree. Ben and Wes are two complete idiots who were never going to ever be able to work together. Ben is lazy as fuck and was never going to work to do anything. And Wes is also lazy as fuck and would have just like neither one of them did anything. So like I can't imagine those two being on a camp and doing anything successfully because neither one of them can punk the other into doing the work.
I agree with you.
Braxton to do everything.
Yeah, so
what's the white guys do everything?
I agree with Greg. I agree with you on this, but I'm just giving another perspective of it. Is it they lazy or was they smart? Because everybody else did the work.
Well, Wes was saving his energy for the
canoe.
The canoe. This is what he was saving up for.
That's what he said. Like, come on, y'all.
But I actually would disagree with Chris. I don't think it was a smart move, like to bring Ben over because I'm like you already in control. Why would I bring Ben over? Like just let him go. Like I don't need him. We clearly don't need him. For what?
More muscle.
Cause then we got to split the money. Cause then at some point you got to think about like how much money am I gonna split with these guys? Like I can't be splitting all this money with all y'all. So at some point you have to think about that too.
So when Alpha Camp gets the note letting them know that Ben is leaving the camp, Nikki can hardly hold back her excitement to see Ben leave. She was extremely happy, and you could see like she had to like compose herself and like, oh, I'm so sorry. No, you may not take a bow with you, but we'll think of you. Because Ben definitely tried to like make his exit sweeten the deal when I go somewhere else by let me take a bow and arrow. And like shout out to Nikki for shutting that shit down immediately. Like I was happy for Nikki. She's like, no, you cannot take a bow and arrow. Go by yourself and figure it out on your own.
And he felt it too. He was like, man, I could tell they was happy.
They were relieved.
You felt that happiness, like boy. It was all written over your face, Nikki.
She waited this long to stand up, though. Like y'all should have been did something to him.
So Ben heads to Bravo camp. He's done with Alpha, and he gets to Bravo camp, gives him the pitch, and lets Bravo deliberate while he goes for a swim. Just to let you know, like, yeah, a swim, because he's just so hot. Like, I hate this dude so much. Like. Oh God. Okay, and so while they're deliberating, like Sarah is pushing to keep Ben, just so Charlie won't win because she's just that petty. Spazzy is just like, but do we really want them to win? Because like if we take him, then they'll lose. It's like this. Yeah, this is my point of frustration with her. It's like, girl, you really gotta let Charlie go.
Yes.
Those men really hurt her, like in a real bad way.
They did. Yo, you gotta let it go. Like,
Let
Jesus
it go,
Christ.
sis. But Abby is completely against it. She does not want Ben on the team at all. And Pharaoh and Morgan, of course, they just aren't sure what to do. And that's how the episode ends, with indecision, while Ben is out taking a swim. So,
He loves to
these are the
swim.
questions that will need answers when we come back next week. When Ben returns from his swim, will he join Camp Bravo? Will Bravo take him in? Will the decisions that Leah will yes, will he drown? Will the smile that Leah was forced to give pay off in the end for her? All these questions and more will be answered in episode 6 of Outlast the Jungle, Brothers and Friends edition. Thanks for listening, friends. We're out.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you so much for listening to the Brothers and Friends podcast. Do you want to chime in on this week's topic? Well, leave us a comment for us to discuss on a future episode. But in the meantime, please follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Peace.